Hey, my name is Dustin, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about this painting here. This one's called Warrior's Tears. The reason I'm telling these paintings is I'm really telling the story for my kids um, because my paintings weren't necessarily through me going out saying I want to be a painter. Nah. But this particular one came about 6 years ago, 5 years ago. So about halfway through from here to there in my painted journey, I picked up a paintbrush about 9 years ago. Some pretty frustrating, challenging, traumatic things happened along the way in all of our lives, but specifically in those couple years, and it really shook me. And I started painting. Substantial amount of my time was spent painting. After I was out of the business world, that's where I was able to calm my mind. Unfortunately, in March of, I guess, 90, in March of 2018, I flipped a vehicle on a road and hit a curve, and it was a little wet and overcorrected and uh, rolled into a little valley off to the right of the road after I did a 180 in the road, and I had a couple concussions from that accident, and then a day later I still wasn't with my bearings. I fell down and had another concussion. But along the way, this painting was getting made from the day I came out of that car accident and found a saint to pick me off the road and get me home. When I started painting, this was what started to arrive. Now, some of my paintings like I have an intention of what I'm going to paint. Some of them I just got to paint. I just got to do it. I don't really ever come to the table with I want to paint and have it look just like this, but maybe I say, I don't want to end up with this sort of emotion represented. So, but this one wasn't any of that, man. I don't remember it. I was concussed, 2 to 3 concussions all at once, and that has not been awesome to work with in my healing journey, but it has been educational. Learning to deal with the things that were going on in my head initially before this accident happened was quite a struggle. This threw another dimension to the game. But as this one started to arrive, I saw me in the image in a way. I saw this messed up, fractured head, this kind of longer hair, this pain, and there wasn't tears in it initially. I just saw the sadness, and it's got this sort of weird, I don't know, Picasso-y abstract look. And my buddies were around me when that happened, not when the rollover happened, but for the couple days after, and people and friends. And so this painting actually was made by a few people. And the funny thing is I'm looking at it, I see there's circles from cans, and there's a star up in the corner that somebody carved out of a potato and made a stamp, and some other people put their little impression on the back of this, and then I painted over it. So as you can see, this painting is, I think this painting is pretty big. I mean, you can't really see me in it, but it's 6 feet tall by about 3 feet. And I've had it hidden for a long time. A while back, one of my good buddies said this was one of his favorites. He had never seen it. So I've pulled it out again, and, it brings me back to a very important day in my life, and a day that I'm very thankful for, because I could have died that day. I could have rolled into that valley, and there was actually this one tree. My truck flipped over, landed on its tires, and was going to go for the next roll, and it slammed up against this one little pine tree. I mean, it wasn't little, but it was not big around, and that pine tree saved me from falling down into this probably 15, 20-foot ravine. So that I'm very thankful. This painting reminds me of the fragility of our existence, and how quick it could go, like in the blink of an eye. And like you, I would suspect I spend a lot of time kind of wishing things were different and worrying about the future and regretting the past. But it's cool to have that moment now. And I do remember when I came to after that accident, it was silent. I was in a valley, and there wasn't anything except for this ticking sound coming from the truck and some night bird cawing, and it was serene. And I didn't know I was bleeding. I didn't know I was hurt. And it was a real interesting moment of clarity. So, anyhow, hey, I'm not putting these paintings out in some sort of attempt to sell paintings or prints or do something like that. I don't even know how to really do that. My intention is to kind of maybe help tell a story to my kids about the things that happened and other people who tune in. Um, you know, Maybe you'll be inspired to get creative. Get creative. Turn off the TV. Turn off your brain for a sec. Hey, you can go check out some more of my work and actually other artists who work through the Painted Medicine Studio, but most of it currently is mine at Instagram at it's Instagram Painted Medicine, painted_medicine. There's a Facebook page called Painted Medicine, and you can go to www.paintedmedicine.com. So, again, thanks for your time. I hope you have an awesome day. Get inspired. Be creative. Stop.